Looks like Disney is throwing their hat in the ring when it comes to digital streaming. Watch out, Netflix. Jeez Louise, what is going on this week with the news? More importantly, what's going on with Netflix? They can't stay out of the news, and this time it's Disney that's shaking the cage. What's up, guys? I'm the Jovenshire. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you haven't already, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Here on the channel, we cover all things movies, geek, comic books, superheroes, gaming, you name it, you want it, we got it here. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch. Now let's get to the beef of the news. Did you just say the beef of the news? That was the wrong thing to say. I know, it's a little surprising that I'm doing 2 videos in a row, but can you blame me? With news like this, when it hits, I'm just like, oh, I gotta talk about that. Mainly because I am so invested in the future of media and how we take it all in. I think the streaming world is this amazing wild west of a venture, and I just want to know what happens next. And this time, we're finding out that Disney is pulling out. I'm like 10 years old. They are pulling out from Netflix. So what's going to happen is by the year 2019, when their contract is done with Netflix, they are no longer going to continue having any Disney titles on Netflix. What am I going to do if I want to watch Civil War at 2 o'clock in the morning while I'm munching on some munchies? Well, I'll tell you, right when they pull out of that, they're going to wind up launching their own digital streaming system. So it's going to be, you know, Netflix, but for all things Disney. You're probably thinking to yourself, but why do I need a Disney Netflix? Like, I don't really watch Disney cartoons. Well, let me explain to you a little bit more clearly. Disney owns everything. Disney not only has their Disney movies, but they also have Marvel movies, they have the Star Wars movies, and they'll probably move on even more than that and have their Disney television shows on there. Not only Disney Channel, Disney XD for the kids, but also ABC, A&E, Lifetime. Also, the biggest thing we could probably take from this is that there has been a live-action Star Wars TV series in the works for a while, and they didn't know what stories they were going to do. They didn't know where what channel it was going to live on. Well, guess what? I can guarantee you that the new Star Wars live-action series is going to be on the Disney service system. They're going to do exactly what CBS did with their new Star Trek series, where they launched it with their CBS live streaming service. How do you get people to double down and spend more money so that they can get Disney television shows? You launch a Star Wars show. It's going to happen. Calling it now. 2019, with the launch of the Disney digital service, we're getting a new live-action Star Wars. It's going to happen. Here's why I'm gonna buy it. Is it because Star Wars? No. Is it because Marvel? No. Disney? No. The one thing that I want them to put on this streaming service, and let me know in the comments below if you agree, but I want some Boy Meets World. It's nowhere. I think I could watch it on YouTube, but I want to do it the legit way. So just, seriously, if that alone, if just all of Boy Meets World was on there, I would pay $20 a month to watch it. And I'd probably keep it just to watch the rest of the stuff, but also please don't make it cost $20. That's a lot of money for it. I'm a big Boy Meets World fan. What can I say? Oh man, it never gets old. Another reason why this is a giant thing is because right now there's not a great way for people who love sports to watch that content digitally without cable. Seriously, if you want to watch football, you have to spend an expensive amount of money on a package or have cable television. Now, we won't have to wait till 2019 to have ESPN involved with this Disney digital distribution. Disney digital distribution, it's DDD. DDD. That's funny. I don't think it's going to be called that, but they should call it DDD. DDD. Okay, I gotta stop saying it. Like I said, you don't have to wait till 2019 to get ESPN digitally beamed towards your entertainment systems. Apparently, in 2018, they're going to be launching some form of ESPN live service where you can, again, it'll be a subscription service to watch all things ESPN. They're working on a bunch of other stuff in order to just keep it all in one place and streaming, because when it comes to the sports world and licensing and who gets what footage, it's not exactly an easy game. It's very difficult. That's why you don't see a lot of like football stuff on YouTube, because they they dropped down the hammer on that stuff. But ESPN, obviously a big player when it comes to all of this. In 2018, like I said, they are launching a platform where you can stream ESPN. I'm sure they're gonna have a bunch of sports games on there to watch. And as eSports becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm sure that's gonna be a great place for it. I didn't even think of that. This could be a big step for esports. It'll give a digital platform with one easy subscription for people to watch esports events. This could blow that up more than it is already. That is a giant thing that I think we should be ready for. So I think these are all great moves. It kind of sucks for Netflix at the end of the day because they're losing all of these titles and all this potential. But with the news I mentioned earlier this week with Netflix actually acquiring all of Millar World, that's all of Mark Millar's library of comic books and stories. So they are pushing more and more towards original content every single month. And by 2019, when Netflix loses all of the Disney assets, they may not need it actually. By then they'll probably be like this Emmy award winning machine where it's like, hey, we just make original content and people spend money to see it every single day. So I kind of hope that's the direction Netflix is going. It sounds like what's happening. Disney is going to do their own thing, and honestly, this kind of throws out my theory that someone else bigger was going to swoop in and just acquire a bunch of like smaller SVODs, that's subscription video on demand services. That could still happen for smaller things, but no one's going to buy Disney. So Disney's going to have their own digital service. We'll spend money to see whatever they create on there. I hope personally that they start creating original content for that platform. And who knows? Maybe find themselves a really cool, YouTuber to do some stuff on there. I don't know. Actually, I'm just talking about Leo Camacho. They'll probably hire him for sure. He's awesome. Anyways, now it's your turn to talk to me about what you think about this. Do you think it's a smart idea for Disney to go off on their own? Or do you just want everyone to stay and play nice with each other? And if you like what you saw today, please hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm the Jovenshire, and I'll see you later.